Namaste everyone. So our today's topic is differentiation of parametric functions. So first of all our question is, what are parametric functions? So in order to understand the concept of parametric functions, first of all try to understand this. Students, let me have a function y is equal to 2x, right? So here y is function of x only. That is y is function of variable x. It means value of y depends upon x. If I put at the place of x 1, then value of y will be 2. And if I put at the place of x 2, then value of y will be 4. It means value of y depends upon value of x. Okay. So it means here y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. So here y is dependent variable and x is independent variable because value of y depends upon x. So here y is function of x only, right? But in case of parametric functions it will not happen. So what will happen in case of parametric functions? In case of parametric functions, both dependent variable and independent variable will not be directly connected, right? Both will be functions of a third variable, and that third variable is usually called parameter. Let us see an example. Let me have y is equal to 2t square and x is equal to 6t, right? So here y is function of t, x is function of t. Here t is third variable and this t is usually called parameter. It's usually called parameter. That's why this form of function is called parametric form, right students? So in parametric form, in case of parametric functions, our dependent variable is not directly function of x only, but both y and x are functions of third variable t, and this third variable, it may be t, it may be theta, right? So in case of parametric functions, our dependent and independent variables will be functions of a third variable, and this third variable is known as parameter, and this form of function is known as parametric form, where y is not directly connected to x, where y is not directly function of x, but both y and x are functions of third variable, right students? Now question arises, how can we find derivative of parametric functions? So in order to understand this, let us take some examples. So with help of examples, I will explain how can we differentiate parametric functions. So let us see. Let we have a function y is equal to 2t square and x is equal to 6t, and we have to find dy by dx. Right students? So in this question, it is given dependent variable y is function of t and x is also function of t. So both y and x are function of third variable t, and we have to find dy by dx. It means our function is in parametric form. So how will we find dy by dx? So there is a formula, and formula is dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx upon dt. Now question arises, how this formula is derived. So let us see. We know by chain rule, we already studied about chain rule. So by chain rule, dy by dt, we can write dy by dt as dy by dx, that is derivative of y with respect to x, multiplied by derivative of x with respect to t. So by using chain rule, we can write that is derivative of y with respect to t is equal to derivative of y with respect to x multiplied by derivative of x with respect to t. And from here, what will be value of dy by dx? So from here, value of dy by dx will be dy by dt upon dx by dt. Right students? So this is the formula for finding derivative of a function in parametric form. So we will use this formula. So by using this formula, we will find value of dy by dx. So first of all, what to do? First of all, we will find dy by dt, right? Then dx by dt, and then put the values in this formula, and we will get our required value, that is dy by dx. So let us start our question. So first of all, we will differentiate y with respect to t. So dy by dt is equal to, yes, it will be 4t. Now differentiate x with respect to t. So from here dx upon dt is equal to c. So student, it's very simple. What to do? First of all, differentiate y with respect to t, then differentiate x with respect to t, right? So we have determined both values, that is dy by dt, dx by dt. Now put both values in this formula and we will get our required value, that is dy by dx. So after substituting, we will get dy by dx is equal to dy by dt, that is 40 upon dx by dt 6. So our value will be 2 by 3t. So it is our final answer, that is it is the value of derivative of y with respect to x. So students, it's very simple to differentiate a function in parametric form. Okay, we have to use this formula, that is dy by dx is equal to dy by dt divided by dx by dt, right? So first of all, we will differentiate y with respect to t, then x with respect to t, and then put the respective values in this formula, and after substituting, after solving, we will get our required value, that is dy by dx, right? Now let us move to our next question. So our next question is, it is given, yes, it is given x is equal to root sine 2 theta and y is equal to root cos 2 theta. Find dy by dx. So students, in this question both y and x are functions of a third variable theta. Here theta is a parameter, right? And we have to find dy by dx. So same procedure will be followed as we followed in question number 1, right? So first of all, we will find dx by d theta, then dy by d theta, and we will use formula, that is dy by dx is equal to, here parameter is theta. So dy by d theta upon dx upon d theta, right? So first of all, we will find value of dx by d theta, then dy by d theta, then we will put values in this formula, and after solving, we will get our required value of dy by dx. Okay, so let us start. So first of all, dx by d theta. So sine root sine 2 theta, that is 1 by 2, and sine 2 theta raised to power minus 1 by 2, and then differentiation of sine 2 theta, derivative of sine 2 theta, it will be 2 cos 2 theta, right? Similarly, we will find value of dy by d theta. So it will be 1 by 2 root cos 2 theta, because cos 2 theta raised to power minus 1 by 2, it will come in denominator, and then differentiate cos 2 theta, so it will be minus 2 sin 2 theta, right? Now put values of dx by d theta and dy by theta in this formula, that is dy by dx is equal to, yes, dy by d theta, and we will cancel minus sin 2 theta upon root cos 2 theta upon value of dx by d theta. So it will be, yes, it will be upon, yes, cos 2 theta upon root sin 2 theta. So finally we will get minus sin 2 theta root sin 2 theta upon cos 2 theta root cos 2 theta, and finally its value will be minus sin 2 theta upon cos 2 theta whole raised to power 3 by 2, that is minus tangent 2 theta whole raised to power 3 by 2. So it is our final answer, that is minus tangent 2 theta whole raised to power 3 by 2. The students, it is very simple, same procedure. We have followed same procedure. First of all, here both x and y are functions of a third variable, that is theta. So first of all, we will find dx by d theta, then dy by d theta, and then put the values of dx by d theta and dy by theta in this formula, and after solving we will get our required value, that is derivative of y with respect to x, that is dy by dx is equal to minus tangent 2 theta whole raised to power 3 by 2, right students? Okay, now come to our next question. So Let us see what is our next question. So it is given if x is equal to a t minus 1 upon t and y is equal to a t minus 1 upon t. If x is equal to a t plus 1 upon t and y is equal to a t minus 1 upon t, then we have to prove dy by dx is equal to x upon y. We have to prove dy by dx is equal to x upon y. So students, our function is in parametric form, that is x and y both are functions of a parameter t, and we have to prove dy by dx is equal to x upon y. It means same procedure will be followed. First of all, we will find dx upon dt, dy by dt, right? So dx upon dt, it will be a, now differentiation of t1, then 1 upon t minus 1 upon t square, right? Because derivative of 1 upon t means derivative of t raised to power minus 1, and it will be minus 1 into t raised to power minus 2, so minus 1 upon t square, right? Similarly, so after solving we will get a t square minus 1 upon t square. Now we will determine value of dy by dt. So it will be a 1 and 1 upon t, derivative of 1 upon t minus 1 upon t square, that is plus 1 upon t square, and after solving we will get a t square plus 1 upon t square, right students? Now put both values in the formula, that is dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx upon dt. That is dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx upon dt, right? Put values. So after substituting values we will get a t square minus 1 upon t square upon a t square plus 1 upon t square. It will cancel and we will get t square minus 1 upon t square plus 1. And we have to prove dy by dx is equal to x upon y, right? So students, if we solve x, then it will be a t square plus 1 upon t, and if we solve y, then it will be a t square minus 1 upon t, and x upon y will be t square plus 1 upon t square minus 1, right? So value of x upon y, it will be t square plus 1 upon t square minus 1, right students? And we have to prove dy by dx is equal to x upon y, right? So dx by dt is equal to a 1 minus 1 by t square, that is t square minus 1, and this is, so after substituting the values, here will be t square plus 1, here it will be t square minus 1, so t square plus 1 upon t square minus 1. Okay, now let us come to this point. So x upon y is equal to t square plus 1 upon t square minus 1. So finally it is equal to x upon y. So we have proved dy by dx is equal to x upon y. Right students? So what to do in this question? First of all, we will find dx by dt. Dx by dt is equal to a 1, derivative of t1, derivative 1 by t minus 1 upon t square, and after solving we will get a t square minus 1 by t square. Then find derivative of y with respect to t. So dy by dt will be a derivative of t1, then derivative of minus 1 by t plus 1 by t square, and after solving we will get a t square plus 1 upon t square. Now put values of both dx by dt and dy by dt in this formula. That is dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt, and after substituting we will get t square plus 1 upon t square minus 1, and value of x upon y is also t square plus 1 upon t square minus 1. You can see from here. If we solve x further, then after solving we will get value of x will be a t square plus 1 by t, value of y will be a t square minus 1 by t, and after dividing x by y will be t square plus 1 by t square minus 1. It means this whole is equal to x upon y, and we have to prove dy by dx is equal to x upon y. It means our result is proved. So student, it's very simple. So let us come to our next question. So our next question is, yes, it is given if x is equal to a 2 theta minus sine 2 theta and y is equal to a 1 minus cos 2 theta, then find dy by dx at theta is equal to pi by 3. Students, in this question it is given both y and x are functions of parameter theta, right? And we have to find dy by dx. So up to dy by dx, same procedure will be followed. Question is same, but there is one additional point, that is at theta is equal to pi by 3. So first of all, we will solve our question up to dy by dx, and I will discuss this point at theta is equal to pi by 3 later. So firstly, we will find value of dy by dx. So let us start. So first of all, differentiate x with respect to theta and then differentiate y with respect to theta. So dx upon d theta is equal to a derivative of 2 theta 2 minus derivative of sine 2 theta 2 cos 2 theta. Take common 2. It will be 1 minus cos 2 theta, and 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 sine square theta. So its value of dx upon d theta. Similarly, now we will differentiate y with respect to theta. So dy by d theta is equal to a, it is a constant, derivative of 1 0, and it will be derivative of cos 2 theta minus 2 sine 2 theta, minus minus plus, plus 2 sine 2 theta, and sine 2 theta I can write it as 2 sine theta cos theta. Right students? So we have determined both values. Now we will put in this formula, that is dy by dx is equal to dy by d theta upon dx upon d theta. Let us substitute. So value of dy by d theta is equal to 2a into 2 sine theta cos theta upon, and value of dx upon d theta 2a into 2 sine square theta. So I can write it as sine theta into sine theta. All these terms will cancel. So it will be equal to cot theta. Right students? So up to dy by dx, it's very simple. Now additional point is, now we have to find value of dy by dx at theta is equal to pi by 3. So it's very simple, just at the end. Now put at the place of theta pi by 3. So cot pi by 3, that is cot 60 degree, and we know value of cot 60 degree is 1 by root 3. So it is our final answer. So students, it's very simple. In this question only there is one additional point, that is after finding value of dy by dx, we have to find value of dy by dx at theta is equal to pi by 3. So firstly find dy by dx, and at the end substitute at the place of theta pi by 3, and we will get our required value, that is value of dy by dx at theta is equal to pi by 3. Our next question is, it is given if x is equal to e raised to power cos 2t, x is equal to e raised to power cos 2t, and y is equal to e raised to power sin 2t, right? Then prove dy by dx is equal to minus y log x upon x log y. Right students? So in this question it is given x is function of t, y is function of t. Here t is parameter, it means function is in parametric form, and we have to prove dy by dx is equal to minus y log x upon x log y, right? So similarly we will find first of all dx by dt, dy by dt, but in this question students, you can see in our required result, that is dy by dx, there are terms involving log, that is log x, log y. That's why we will start our question by taking log on both sides of equation 1 and 2. So here I am writing x is equal to e raised to power cos 2t I will take log on both sides. Similarly, I will take log on both sides, and after taking log, I will find values of dx by dt and dy by dt, right? So take log on both sides. So after taking log, we will get log x is equal to log e raised to power cos 2t. Here cos 2t. So log x is equal to cos 2t into log e, and we know value of log e is 1. So that's why log x is equal to cos 2t. Similarly here, after applying log y is equal to log e raised to power sin 2t, and similarly log y is equal to sin 2t into log e, and value of log e is 1, right? Now we will differentiate both sides with respect to t. From here we will find value of dx by dt, and from here we will find value of dy by dt. So differentiating both sides with respect to t. So first of all, derivative of log x 1 upon x, then derivative of x with respect to t, dx by dt. Derivative of cos 2t minus 2 sin 2t. So finally dx by dt is equal to minus 2x sin 2t, right? Similarly from here, differentiate both sides with respect to t. 1 by y dy by dt is equal to 2 cos 2t, and after solving we will get dy by dt is equal to 2y cos 2t. Now put both values in formula, that is dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt, right? So after substituting we will get 2y cos 2t upon minus 2x sin 2t. It will be cancelled, minus y upon x. And students, you can see value of cos 2t from here. Cos 2t is equal to log x and sin 2t is equal to log y. So I can write here at the place of cos 2t log x and at the place of sin 2t log y. Right students? So it is our required result, right? We have to prove dy by dx is equal to minus y log x upon x log y, and it is our required result. We have proved dy by dx is equal to minus y log x upon x log y. So it's very simple. So students, it was all about differentiation of parametric functions, and I hope topic is clear to all of you. A number of questions we have done. Now you can try easily your question that is based on differentiation of parametric functions. So in next lecture we will meet with our new topic. So students, till next lecture, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.